am so glad you have decided to join me in my living room today. And the title of my living room is HBCUs on the Go and Forevermore. Can you get with that? Long-term strategies, critical strategies in the areas of sustainability, financially, academically, and culturally. And I'm going to start with you, Mr. McCormick.
Well, thank you. Currently at Florida Memorial University, we are embarking on a $1 billion transformation project. We're taking the approach that we will no longer be the only HBCU in South Florida. We're converting that to be the hometown HBCU. And part of this transformation project forces us to bring new housing, new learning centers, and we're using data to create this transformational plan.
As you all know, whether you went to an HBCU or not, it is truly the culture that distinguishes our HBCs from other traditional opportunities for education. And one of the things that I remember telling my Rattler community stakeholder is we cannot believe in the impact of FAMU or any HBCU and not know and recognize that that impact inures to every African American citizen, regardless of whether you attended that HBCU or not. Because at FAMU, our culture is grounded in excellence with caring. And it is that excellence with caring that not the president carries that responsibility, but what you see in our culture is that every alum carries that responsibility as a culture bearer. And that is why the impact of the Rattler Nation is so tremendous.
The number one reason that students choose to go to the HBCU is to get a quality education. They love the band, the Marching 100, sorry, Norma. No. They love the football teams and all of that. But the number one reason is to make sure you get a quality education. Now, it goes from there. What I believe, partnerships are so important because, one, I believe the number one reason, the number one challenge that face HBCUs today is a lack of a solid advocacy base.
A few moments ago, you gave a shout out to Rattlers, and so I'm going to give a shout out to Wildcats. You got any Wildcats in it? All right, all right, all right. We got to balance it a little bit.
Yes, we do.
Right,
yes,
Madam
we
President?
do.
We got to balance it. Yes, we love each other. Yes. Except at the Classic, yeah. All right, so academically, there are a couple of new initiatives we've launched at Bethune-Cookman that really sort of reinforce sustainability for us. One of those is what we call BCU Futures. So just in January, a couple months ago, our accrediting body approved 8 new degree programs at Bethune-Cookman that are all career-focused, high-demand disciplines like artificial intelligence. AI is not going away. It is here to stay with us. And what we need to do as a community is we need to embrace it more and ensure that our students are studying and learning about AI so that they can get some of the jobs. There are going to be millions of jobs in AI in the future. So AI is one of the new disciplines. Cybersecurity is one of the new disciplines. Digital marketing. Esports. How many of you know what esports is? Esports gaming administration. It took my 28-year-old son who lives in the basement to convince me of this, but I finally got on board with it. But esports gaming administration, building the platforms that millions of consumers use on a daily basis, building those platforms, designing those games. Healthcare administration. In the state of Florida, we have a growing population, but we also have an aging population. And a lot of people want to focus on public health, and public health is a great discipline to focus on, but what we desperately need and where we don't see a lot of our community is in healthcare administration. Supply chain management is another one of those disciplines we just got approved by our accrediting body. We all heard about supply chain management during COVID. That was sort of the tagline all throughout COVID. Well, we can't get it because of supply chain management. Again, if you look at supply chain management, there are not people that look like us who are involved in that work, who are involved in that discipline. So these 8 new degree programs will help to redefine academics at Bethune-Cookman University so that when our students graduate, when they earn a degree, they can get a job right away. Get a job right away, go back home, support their communities and their families. So that's academics. On the financial side, we are, at private institutions, as Brother McCormick would tell you, we depend so heavily upon donors, both corporate donors, private foundations, and individual donors. And so one of the things that we're doing at Bethune-Cookman right now, we are in, I guess it won't be a quiet phase anymore, Dr. Paramore, but we're in the quiet phase, or the planning phase rather, of a major comprehensive campaign. It's not a capital campaign, it's a comprehensive campaign because we're raising money not only for capital projects, but also to strengthen and grow our endowment. And what the preliminary work has revealed to us, which is extremely exciting, is that within our own community of alums, we looked initially at alums, there is the capacity, and we're not going to do it, but there's a capacity for us to potentially raise $100+ million in a capital campaign, in a comprehensive campaign within our own community. Within our own community. Think about that for a moment. And a lot of it involves us educating members of our community around planned giving, around estate gifts, things like that. I've got a retired teacher right now who's an alum of Bethune-Cookman University who recently decided that she's going to will her estate to our university. This woman is a retired teacher, 40 years in public education. Her net worth is about $2.5 million, okay? She invested really well. She did all the right things she needed to do over the course of those years, and she's made the decision that our university will be the beneficiary of that. And so it's educating our community, making folks aware that there are all kinds of things we can do along the way. So that's financial. Culturally, the third part of the question you asked, reminding and teaching our young people who we are. Teaching them about persistence, teaching them about perseverance. One of the things we do at Bethune-Cookman University, we have something called BCU Foundations, Wildcat Foundations. We tell them the story of Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune the day they walk through our doors. We tell them that story, and we say to them, think about what she accomplished in 1904, and you don't have anywhere near the obstacles that she faced. But just reminding them of that perseverance, of that ability to succeed, and saying to them on a daily basis, you are great, you're supposed to be here, and when you leave here, you're going to do great things. So just a reinforcement of our culture as Black people, our culture of perseverance, our culture of making a way out of no way, and our culture of always turning to the one that we know can help us to do whatever we want to do when we put our trust in him. So, thank you.
Thank you.